This one fails to understand. One must pay a fee for unloading.
Just look at this sword. I couldn't kill a squirrel with this thing. And this is a name? Looks like somebody's grocery list.
I formally present Lyrindel, cherished son of the Nevulerel, to accept the Orc Rogazog's challenge. So, ready to watch Lyrindel skewer your friend? Skewer may be too harsh a word. We're only fighting to first blood, of course. And to whom do you issue this challenge? I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific. Go on. Go on. Oh. No, of course not. I've never... Oh. So very... No. Ah, there we are. Was that really so hard? Lyrindel accepts Rogazog.
Let's get this over with, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. Come here, fancy pants. Ha! By Malakat, that felt good! You know, I never punched a high elf before. Felt like punching a pillowcase full of pudding. Almost feel... Yeah, normally I'd put on a show, but this was personal. Honestly, I took it easy on him.
Cloudrest destroyed by shadows. Could it be true? You have the look of a traveler. Tell me, have you heard news of Cloudrest? The city within the mountains of Etonir? Bad dreams? A great darkness devouring Cloudrest as it filled the streets. My mother's last letter spoke of... Yes, I'm afraid I do. Could you travel to Cloudrest and seek out my mother, Bellerin? I must warn you, though, should my dreams be... I know a few merchants headed to the city. I'm sure they'd be amenable if you asked for a ride in their car. If Cloudrest is known for anything, it's the Welkanas. The fact that they were able to capture something as dangerous as a sea slow tells you of them.
If you came for crafting certification, I can assist you.
This one fails to understand. One must pay a fee for unloading.
Divines protect you, just as you protected our honor.
Over here, Five Claw. This is Raz's old friend, Sadarado. She follows Meridia, but do not hold that against her.
May Meridia's light shine upon you. Raz told me you need to contact my prince. With the recent attacks, however, I need to ask you what your interest in Meridia happens to be. Meridia's Sword of Light. I'm not sure I understand. Even if I wanted to help you, my efforts would probably be in vain. My prince doesn't speak to just any mortal. Your need must be great to come ask for such a favor. The path to Meridia's shrine won't be easy.
By the ebony blade, this is it. We found the shrine.
Over here, Five Claw. This is Raz's old friend, Sadarado. She follows Meridia, but... do
May
not-
Meridia's light shine upon you. Raz told me you need to contact my prince. With the recent attacks, however, Yorn, enter the grotto and look for our camp. Meridia's shrine looms over the area.
Raz thinks this is a bad idea, Sadara.
I want to help Raz. Maybe this is the reason Meridia allowed me to escape when the rest of my sect was attacked.
I knew I shouldn't have let her go in. Idiot. The Thieves Guild sent you. Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you. No idea. Aerothol asked to take the lead, and, well, she's certainly missing. And I'm not. I suppose I could answer some questions.
Someone out there? Help me out of this thing!
Finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks. He must be worried sick.
This way. We're almost there.
Raz is not fond of Daedric cultists, but no one deserves to die like this.
Master, what did those bastards do to you?
I will try my best to get your friend an audience with the Lady of Light. The shrine is just inside.
Look what they did to his body. They defiled Meridia's shrine.
That light, that is not natural, yes.
Meridia, she calls to us.
My devoted priest, a loyal soldier, and an intrepid instigator. Step closer and bask in Meridia's light.
Why is this statue talking to Raz? Should it be doing such a thing?
My followers murdered, my shrine desecrated. The other princes, this so-called... They dare to steal my vessel? To hold prisoner the agent I put in place to foil their despicable plans? My light shall not be... My vessel thinks of itself as Darien Gautier, a simple Breton warrior. But in reality, it is my will and my power. Only my vessel can repair the Dawnbreaker. Use the Dawnstar gem to locate Darien within the spiral skein.
Meridia, my prince! She's gone. I can't feel her presence any longer.
Raz is certain that the nice statue will be fine. In the meantime, let this one take you someplace where you will be safe. Raz has seen many things. Were-sharks, flying tigers, were-sharks on top of flying tigers. But a talking light? Queen Irene will never believe. Too much honesty is never a good thing. How do we battle Daedric princes? Raz supposes an army would help. An army always helps. And that involves traveling to places Raz never knew existed before all this.
I see that Erothel made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itchy.
I see signs of the court's work throughout Sammерсет, but nothing of the court itself.
I think the Court of Bedlam has fewer members than we imagined.
Enough of this for now. Let's see what our friend has learned. You returned, but without the Dawnbreaker. Weren't you able to make contact with Meridia? Forgive my impatience. This inability to remember has me on edge. Go on. The Court of Bedlam is eliminating the cults of the other princes? To what end? You said you were able to make contact with Meridia. Then why didn't she give you a restored Dawnbreaker? I suspected that might be the case. I'll send Valseren with you into Mafala's realm to rescue the Golden Knight. A disturbing development, to be sure, but we'll have to hope Meridia can protect herself.
Mafala's realm can be daunting, but I'll be with you the entire time.
Are you there? I think we were separated. Take a look around. It's like a maze, full of dead ends and passages that lead nowhere. Try to use the Dawn Star gem. Maybe it will reveal a path we're not seeing. I think there's something stalking me in here. Oh no!
Thank the stars! I can breathe again. I couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. A little lightheaded, but I'll be fine. Now that we're together, we can focus on something with the body of a giant spider. And, well, I'm not sure how to describe it, but it was a creature. The path revealed by the Dawnstar gem? What I wouldn't give to be able to use portal magic in here. We just need... That wasn't a pleasant experience. That light in the distance. It's brighter, out of place in this dismal setting. That must be the Golden Knight. Won't leave something as valuable as Meridia's Golden Knight unprotected.
You're about to regret this.
Silence, or my webs will fill your pretty mouth next. Destroy!
I tried to warn them. Took you long enough. I expected this rescue hours ago.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, Knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, milady.
Maybe we should just leave him. I'm sure the right master would understand.
Well, this is awkward. Here I am, Meridia's champion, covered in webs and held at the mercy of guilty as charged. Meridia sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later. Right now, we need to get out of here. There's one small problem. Getting out of a Daedric realm isn't just a matter of walking through a door. Believe me, I've tried. Hey, how did you get here, by the way? Mephala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one would find me. The Dawnstar gem. That makes sense. Between that and the Psijic sages, I can see how you wound up here. And with the gem, I can repair Dawnbreaker. But just so you know, I feel awful. I'm in no condition to fight at the moment.
Let's get out of here. Meet me outside. I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mephala's Daedra. I won't be able to let my voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave. Keep them back a few moments longer. I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars! That spider thing! Opened. Let's get out of here.
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend. You and Valcerin entered Mephala's realm and rescued Meridia's Golden Knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assume Darian believes he can repair the Dawnbreaker. I hope that would be the case. The Golden Knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon him? Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slewed, to pit their followers against... Knight Darian needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the... While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Daedric barrier. Since I can't remember where that particular pathway goes, we'll have to be... My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the knight, a memory came back to me. A woman's voice, barely a whisper. Beautiful, but speaking in a language I suspect that the language is ancient. It may actually predate the languages of Tamriel. I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the... No. I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of transparent law. I do know the language is not... Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and he thinks the language could be related to tablets.
Not derived from Aliad, though I see... Who's... Oh. Don't you know not to interrupt a sage when she's deep in concentration? I suppose the right master... Not yet. The master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish Lathan was still one... Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Lathan betrayed us, and I don't trust him. But I've reached a dead end. I'll let the right master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think this qualifies. You'll find Lathan in Valsarans, only if you want to guarantee that Lathan refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him and I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Lathan and the right master were friends. I don't believe... I suppose it had something to do with his daughter.
Interesting. You weren't this attentive when our daughter actually needed you?
Lathan, I need to go check on the knight anyway.
Val, wait! Damn it. By the spinner's holy webs. When did I become an insufferable arse? Valsarin didn't deserve that. Eldaway was her daughter. Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with. Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it. But I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. That will never happen. According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right, you've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont, and I'll be able to see what you see. Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. is working perfectly. It's almost as if I'm standing right next to you. I can feel the powerful magic that permeates this place. I sense a Daedric influence, but something that's far. The Maestro's notes said the ancient words were etched into a massive stone. I expect you'll need to travel deeper into the forest to find the exact location. Just retrace your steps. You likely walked by the massive stone and didn't even realize it. Refer to the book and use the rune again when you locate the ancient writing. Have you found the inscription? Not yet, but the inscription is nearby. I sense something else, though. Nocturnal's presence. Ancient inscription. You found it. Something isn't right. I feel our connection breaking up. It's Nocturnal's Earl.
Now that Lathan's gone, we can talk freely. These words of power, they aren't meant for mortal eyes. As an Earl in the Court of Bedlam, believe me when I say that Lathan isn't being totally honest with you. I wish to maintain the balance of power among the Daedric Triad. If Lathan translates this language and passes the secret on to his mistress, Mephala, she'll gain an advantage that could threaten my prince, Nocturnal. Speculate all you want. I'm here to present you with a gift. Nocturnal wants me to provide you with the meaning of the ancient words. It's in all our best interest, the Right Master, to remember where he hid the heart of the phrase the Right Master remembers. The one that repeats itself over and over. It's a spell to retrieve something hidden. When the time is right, he just needs to repeat the phrase and the heart's hiding place will be revealed. My mistress doesn't explain herself to me, and she certainly won't explain herself to you. I assume, though, since the heart was hidden by the Right Master, then only the Right Master can retrieve it. Artaeum is only as isolated as it allows itself to be. First, the Abyssal Pearl allowed the Sea Slode and Mephala to invade the Sidjic Island. Then you took Lathan, an Earl in the Court of Bedlam, prisoner. We know your moves before you make them. Our princes plan to do away with the laws imposed by other powers. They want to remake Nirn, reshape it to better suit their every inclination. Of course, the court isn't evil. We wouldn't be a part of something that didn't add to the greater good. When our princes are done, war and sickness will be eradicated. There will be true peace. I am a Dark Elf, a child of Morrowind who lost her way. Anger and despair almost overwhelmed me, until Nocturnal reached out to comfort me. The Night Mistress filled me with new purpose, and gave me something greater than myself to believe in. While it's true that the court consists primarily of High Elves who believe their birthright is the key to godhood, I am not so naive. Nocturnal selected me as her Earl. She taught me that loyalty... Tell the Right Master, it's a spell of retrieval.
Finally, I've re-established my connection to the rune. Tell me what Nocturnal's Earl said to you. I can't believe Nocturnal's Earl interfered like that. We're supposed... A spell. Interesting. And somehow connected to the Right Master's forgotten hiding place. I wonder why Nocturnal decided... Right. I told them to interrupt my research before I could unravel an ancient and powerful language. Look, you should come back to Kapora Tower now. The Right Master wants to hear everything my associate shared with you. I just wish I could have spent a few moments studying that inscription.
Oriandra, you should have consulted me beforehand.
She saw an opportunity and she took it, Tychesis.
Silence, Lathan. Need I put you in chains to remind you of your status here?
I'm sorry, Right Master. We should have asked permission.
This escapade of yours could have been disastrous. What were you and Oriandra thinking? I observed what I could through Lathan's connection, but it seems to me that the Court of Bedlam is just trying to confuse us. What do you think? Should we trust Nocturnal's Earl or not? As much as it pains me, I must concur. We'll just have to make sure that once we recover the heart, it isn't allowed to fall into the hands of the Court of Bedlam or their princes. Darian's outside. Talk to him. Then meet me in the dreaming. No matter whether Nocturnal's Earl spoke truth or lies, we need to recover the heart of trans...
Your wounds, they're just gone.
I've always healed fast, Val. I can call you Val, right? Give me a moment. I'd like to chat with our friend.
Of course. Then go to the Dreaming Cave. The Right Master's ready to begin.
I wanted to thank you again for getting me out of Mephalah's realm. Wasn't anything like I originally imagined. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that I was able to repair the Dawnbreaker. The sword's power should allow us to breach the barrier. No thanks to the Psijic healers. I thought they were gonna slice me open to try to figure out what makes me... well, me. I'm glad you stopped by, though. This might sound like a strange question. In fact, depending on how you answer it, it is a strange question. Do you remember me? I'm not talking about here in Sammерсет. I mean, from someplace. You don't remember me? I was afraid of that. Meridia told me that time worked differently in Oblivion, but I didn't believe her. What's happened to me hasn't happened to you yet. That doesn't matter now. What matters is I found you. Meridia told me about the triad of Daedric princes, and she told me about you. Even sent me to help you defeat them. Of course, she conveniently forgot to tell me how to do that, and she stopped responding to my requests. Has me a little worried. Not everyone gets a choice about the battles they fight. My prince... she's all right, but she's not big on free will. I wanted you to know that you aren't beholden to a higher power. You can decide what you want to fight for. Fixing the Dawnbreaker was surprisingly easy, by the way, especially considering that I had never repaired a Daedric artifact before. Questions? Not like a test or anything, though, right? Tests give me a rash. I wish I knew the answer to that. I remember my father well enough. He was a Breton, but I never met my mother. In fact, now that I think about it, my entire childhood is kind of a blur. Meridia only ever told me I was her vessel. I can't say I remember volunteering for that job, though. I have her magic inside me. I've had it all my life. I can feel who I am, what I am, why the amazing good looks and roguish charm if I'm just here to stomp on Meridia's enemies. I mean, I guess if I was a prince, I'd want a dashing champ.